it's Natalie, and today I am with my mom.
Hello.
And right now we are standing in Silver Run Tunnel, which is supposedly haunted. So here's the deal. While I was giving the history of the video, some people had walked through the tunnel and it messed me up. I forgot where I was and I ended up not saying half of what I wanted to say. So I figured that I'm going to sit down with you guys, we're going to talk about the history, and then we're going to jump right back into the investigation. So without any further ado, this is the haunting of Silver Run Tunnel. This tunnel is said to be haunted by the Lady in White. This tunnel is now abandoned, but when it was still in use, there were many stories of engineers saying they saw a lady in white standing in the middle of the tracks. And when they come to a stop, the woman would be nowhere in sight. One day, an engineer was tired of that same thing happening to him over and over again, so instead of slowing and stopping like the others, he sped through the tunnel, barreling through the Lady in White. Now, many people at the time would watch trains go by and they'd wave and they'd smile. On this particular day, there were people on horseback riding next to the train, but they weren't waving and smiling. No, instead they were flailing their arms and yelling, trying to do anything to get this train to stop. And when it finally did, everyone was asking who the lady was, where she went. Apparently, she had ridden on the front of the train for 2.5 miles. There are many variations of this story, one being it was her wedding day and she was riding along with her groom on the train when she was either pushed or had fallen off the train. Another says she was walking along the tracks to meet up with her groom-to-be, and when he never showed up, out of grief, she jumped in front of the train. However, when I did a little bit more research, I found a story about a woman in the 1940s who was soon to be wed, was walking along the tracks to meet up with her husband-to-be. However, she never made it there. Some believe she got hit by the train, others believe it was foul play. And that's because her bones weren't found near the track. They were actually found in an abandoned shack that was once on the property. So I don't know the real story about what happened to this lady, and no article that I found has given me any names or any sort of information on the Lady in White. But my goal in this video is to figure out who she is and how she died. I know, the alcoves.
Yeah.
Is that the word for it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. What is this?
So they have reflectors on them.
Oh, probably for people walking through. Do you see that down there?
You see into the tunnel.
I know, it just looks like there's a person. Where? Like directly in the middle.
Yeah.
Like right next to the little sliver. I don't think it is. Because in my camera it just looks like a line. That was cool. Does it curve at the end?
A little bit.
Oh, I think it might have been an alcove that I could see.
Oh, I just got dripped on. That's cool. Well, in front of it.
Well, see, I don't know, because, like, one story said that she, like, jumped in front of the train out of grief when, you know, her husband or something didn't show up. So she could have always been hiding on the side of the tunnel, and when the train was coming, she jumped out in front of it. Because they don't have time to slow down and stop.
Oh, no, they wouldn't have even seen her until it was too late.
Yeah. Or even, she could have even been in the tunnel.
In one of the alcoves.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's people walking the tunnel.
I never hear other people down here. I know it. Something else.
Yeah. Okay, so, wait, is it Avery Street?
Avery Street.
So on Avery Street in Parkersburg at the train depot, it said that you could see the Lady in White also on the train.
Yeah, she's coming, as the train's coming into the depot, people saw her on the front of the train, and when the train stopped, she disappeared.
Yeah. And that's, how far away do you think that is?
Oh gosh, that's probably good 30 miles away. So I don't know if she rode the whole 30 miles or not.
Yeah, she's hitching a ride.
She was.
Are there any spirits here who would like to communicate? Could you please cross the rods for me? I know when we were at Eaton Tunnel, we got something about like, or we asked them if the lady in white was there, and it said yes.
Oh yeah, it's Eaton Tunnel.
Yeah, so maybe she does ride the train, but I don't know. Are there any spirits here? Will you cross the rods for us? We also have a few cat balls laying. If you don't want to get close to us, you can touch one of them and they'll light up. Is the lady in white here? Could you use the rods to point to where you are? Is the lady in white a real spirit who haunts this tunnel? If there's any spirits here, will you open the rods all the way as far as they can go? There might be something here.
That's weird.
Can you point them straight, please?
I'm trying to see if I can hear it when we talk to it.
Is the spirit I'm talking to, is this the spirit of the lady in white? Will you cross for yes, open for no? No. Maybe they're just slow to answer.
What did you ask?
I said if this is the lady in white that we're talking to, cross for yes, open for no. Are there more?
That is what it's supposed to do, but there's nothing here that's making it do that. You came over. It's not your
Yeah,
camera.
it's not the camera.
Somebody must have jumped in here with us when they heard that
The train's coming. Choo choo.
That was just the weirdest thing. Something set it off.
I don't want to get rid of that.
I got my ghost app out, so I don't know if it'll pick up anything or
Does
not.
yours have to say the same? Is yours the same as mine?
Yeah.
No, yours is different.
Different. I thought we had the same
I
one.
got ghost tube.
This is what that is. Oh, ghost honey.
I got ghost tube on. Leave yours on. See if it picks up any.
We have two apps out on our phone that should both be able to hear you and pick up on what you're saying. Arrangement. That could mean so many different things.
That it could.
Maybe it was an arranged wedding and she jumped in front.
I can see that if the guy was a jerk or an abuser.
Yeah. That could
Because
be.
didn't we hear one story where he was abusive?
Yeah, there was like so many different
I think
stories.
that's always up at Eaton Tunnel.
Well, because the thing is, like, all the stories, they all have some things in common. It was her wedding day, she was on the tracks, and she died. But then there's different things.
She got hit by the train.
That she got hit by the train, another thing, she was pushed in front of the train, or another thing that, you know, her husband's abusive, or she never met her, forgot up to meet him.
Either way, she got hit by the train. The train would have thrown her.
Yeah.
This could account for why she wasn't found near the tracks. Maybe somebody hit it and then grabbed her body and dropped it off somewhere.
Unless maybe the engineer who hit the body, got out and then brought her to a random shack that was just abandoned.
But you'd have other people on the train, like your other engineer.
Not if it, well, are there more than one engineer? Unless they work together. Because I was thinking,
Conspiracy.
because some trains, I thought, just carry like coal and stuff and not actual
Yeah, usually there
passengers.
are 2 people running the trains. There's usually 2 on the train. And then there's usually one on the caboose that everybody wakes up.
That's
Those are the
definitely
good
true.
old days. Maybe it's just been too busy today through here.
Maybe.
Last time we came, it wasn't busy.
No.
We had like
Manual.
3 or 4 people cutting through already.
What could that mean?
Manual home.
Arrangement manual. That thing's going red.
Brandon.
Metal. Random.
It's right in here, whatever it is. Because when I put it on your phone, it didn't do that.
Yeah, because you put it on my phone earlier and it didn't.
Yeah, I tried your camera too.
I guess I'll just zoom that in on there. Unless maybe she's starting to open up to us. She could have just been scared. Or whoever, whatever spirit's here.
It's like
Force.
Force.
Arrangement, manual, metal, force.
Brandon.
Brandon.
It was a forced marriage, forced arrangement. Someone forced her in front of the train.
Yeah, it could be so many different things.
Yeah.
Forced to marry Brandon.
Need some help here.
Go back this up.
Open it.
Open it.
Open it.
Your rods?
Maybe. This is such an unflattering angle. That's okay. Maybe that's what it meant when it said metal. Maybe it wanted me to use these.
Then it said open it.
Open it. Is there a spirit here who would like to talk to us and want me to use my rods? Could you cross for yes and open for no? Is that dripping or is someone walking?
Water dripping.
Oh. It's still flickering a little bit.
And it goes away. And put it back right there.
What?
Move over here and down.
Oh, it sort of flew.
It's not your
No, it's not my phone. Is there like metal or something in here under the ground?
Yeah, it would have to be electromagnetic.
Oh yeah, there shouldn't be electricity in here.
It's not. Maybe it is your phone. But if that's the case, it should do it for my phone too. And it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's only your phone.
Is the lady in white here?
You shouldn't be here.
It says mind. You shouldn't be here. Are we talking to a different spirit? One who people don't really try to communicate with here very often? Or maybe a spirit that people don't know is here? Yes. I'm gonna change this angle.
Yeah, no,
It says gender. I was literally just about to ask it if it was a male or female. Maybe they can read your mind. If you're a male spirit, will you cross them? And if you're female, will you open them? That dripped on.
Grin. It's funny as I started talking. Oh, that's funny. I started talking, but my recorder wasn't recording. That's what it's doing. It's anytime we stop talking, it stops recording. I have to find something different.
Maybe that's why you didn't pick up on a lot of stuff before.
Yeah. Nothing happened. The only way I'm going to pick up on it is if it happens while we're talking.
Unless it's somehow.
Be quiet.
Sorry.
Okay.
If you could, we'd really appreciate it if you could try and talk into my mom's voice recorder or talk into my camera. Are you still here with us? Will you cross for yes? Could you put the rod straight, please?
I got splattered. Ridiculous. Yes, that was ridiculous.
Maybe my question's ridiculous. If you're male, will you cross them? And if you're female, will you open them?
Is there anybody here with us?
Target. And that just went off a little bit.
Pension.
What's that mean?
Somebody didn't get their pension plan, I guess.
It's weird because, like, some of this could make sense, but also some of it could just be random nonsense.
Yeah. If someone is here with us, can you cross the rods, please? I'm not getting anything.
That's what I was thinking, like, they weren't really moving much. For me either.
Yeah.
Some of it I feel like I sort of moved a little bit because my hands were shaking.
That's why I moved, because I was breathing and I was I'm not getting anything. Should we make a return trip?
Yeah, I think so. 'Cause we're not getting too much.
No.